Oh, this hair. I'm thankful to have it, though. It blocks the sun. Okay. Hi, it's Ed, your magical tutor. Your magical tutor. That's what I've decided to call myself. What do you call yourself? Como se llamo? Como se llamo? What do you call yourself? What do you call yourself? He who walks behind the rose. His heart girt with the serpent is his name. Heart girt with the heart girt with the serpent is his name. These are the words. So I think I'm coming into my element. All I need is some supporters. I'm showing up to work, getting paid. I need to break that cycle. When I show up to work, I need to get paid. I think $5 a month is good, is very reasonable. $5 a month. Coco, hey, hey. Welcome, my friend from Morocco. Coco from Morocco. I guess I'm stepping out. I'm calling myself a magical tutor. So if people have questions about magic, the arts, I think I can help. I've been doing this stuff since the 90s. You know what? What? Let me in. Let me in on the secret. That's a good way to open up a conversation. Do you know what? You know what? Oh, wow. Why do we do things like this? Why do we eat spicy anything? People like that hot, I think. I like jalapeno once in a while. There's this thing we call voodoo crisps. They're voodoo crisps, and they taste pretty good. You love a challenge? That's your challenge? To put something spicy? Put something spicy in your mouth and enjoy. That's what it is. It's like testing your boundaries. Test your strength. Wasn't that Mortal Kombat? Test your strength. Even though when I drink water, it's coming. Oh, you got to use sugar. Sugar is what nullifies spice. Sugar or milk. I think sugar or milk helps you if you eat something spicy. Welcome to the newcomers. I see 11. So I'm calling myself the magical tutor. I tutor people. I know. Watch what happens, though. What's sad is 11 people, and it'll quickly become 0. I don't know why. They become 0. See, here we go. We drop to 8, and then it goes from 0 to 1 for some reason. So I guess that's what I'm doing now. I'm putting myself out there as a magical tutor because I feel like a lot more people are becoming interested in magic. And I've been working with... Ah! Get yourself some sugar. Sugar, sugar, do-do-do-do-do-do. Ah, honey, honey, do-do-do-do-do-do. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Sugar, do-do-do-do-do-do. Ah, honey, honey, do-do-do-do-do-do. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Yeah, sugar. They say that's the best thing. If you get jalapeno in your mouth, jalapeno or red jalapeno peppers, I think water doesn't do much because there's an oil involved. There's an oil involved in those jalapeno peppers, and oil and water don't mix. So hopefully that helped. Hopefully, if you're in the kitchen, there's probably going to be sugar there. Unless you're a diabetic, then maybe not. Maybe you're trying to control your sugar intake. So I got 10 people. How about that? 11 people? Let's see how long they stay. We'll see how long they stay. If anybody has magical questions, I might be able to help you. Because I've been interested in magic since the 90s. I think the 90s is when the movie The Craft came out. The movie The Craft. Everybody started taking interest in magic books, grimoires and the like. And I'm here to empower you, the individual, because you are the magician. Always remember, never forget, you are the magician. And all I ask is $5 a month. Because you're crazy! I know, it's like, why do we engage in that? Self-torture. We engage in self-torture. I think because they say pleasure and pain have the same effect on you. So if we can't have pleasure, we engage in pain. Pleasure and pain feel the same when the night is through. That was a Kiss song. I don't remember which Kiss song that was. Pleasure and pain feel the same when the night is through. It's like theater, it's the smiling face and the crying face. Comedy and tragedy. PPL, 20 PPL. I don't know all these codes. People are speaking to me in codes lately. Somebody made a short of me. I was kind of flattered. You're continuing to eat that. Maybe it is. Maybe there's a bit of S&M in that personality makeup. Your pleasure is your pain. Your pain is your pleasure. 2 of them left. Well, I got my Skittles. I'm almost out of Skittles. I gotta find a different... Oh, I have my Swedish fish. I gotta eat my Swedish fish. That'll be something for tomorrow. Swedish fish. They're like cherry flavored gummy fish. I think they're cherry flavored, but they're pretty addicting. Just like gummy bears. Gummy bears are addicting. You can be addicted to gummy bears.
Jupiter time.
I'm looking forward to the day when I can share a stream with someone. Share a stream with someone. I've invited a lot of people. I think because I'm an old man, I'm creepy. I'm an older man, so I'm creepy. Because I keep asking people I think are interesting. I try to ask them. I invite them to do a stream with me, and I haven't gotten any takers yet. I haven't had any takers. So maybe one day that dream will come true. So today is a new day. And again, my services are $5 a month. You'll be able to approach me anytime when I have a live stream. Because this is the only real way I can contact people. Because I don't think it's safe to give out your phone number anymore. So you can come boldly. You can approach boldly and ask me questions. And I'll do the best I can to answer them. Just $5 a month. That's my fee. Because I calculated it would be very helpful to me. You'll be helping me help you. I think everybody likes that idea. You show up to work and you get paid. This is my work. This is my work. Finished eating that. So now you just have to wait for your mouth to cool down. Cool down. So that was your snack or your lunch? Sometimes it's our snack. We just snack on things. I might go snack on some, it's burning. It burns. It burns. I learned some Hebrew a while back. Some Hebrew and Greek words. Yo! 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 Isn't that what Judge Dredd would say? Yo! Oh, that's Rocky. Yo! So we have 9 people. 9 people. Divisible by 3. 9 is divisible by 3. That's one of those Tesla numbers. 369. Tesla had a bit of the OCD, I think. He would have to walk around the block at least 3 times or something like that. But that's a form of magic. Cause and effect. Kind of like carrying a rabbit's foot. Kind of like not opening an umbrella in the house. You have to have that same kind of faith. Superstitions, baby. They're there for a reason, because of cause and effect, our ingrained beliefs. We have to forget everything. You're regretting. Don't they have a warning on the bag? Don't they have a warning that this might burn your mouth? You're regretting. Wow, I didn't know they made chips like that. I had no idea that they should have a warning. You know, these are, or something like extra hot. But then what is extra hot? Extra hot might not be so hot to some people. I guess there's some benefits to jalapenos. I know they dry them out and make powder. They take the red jalapenos and they dry them out and they grind them up. Raisins too. They start out with grapes and they end up with raisins. Have you tried the sugar trick? Have you tried the sugar trick? I don't claim to know everything. Oh wow, look, we're down to 1 person already. I gotta warm up to some people. I think that's what's happening. People are kind of checking me out. People are kind of becoming aware of me, and then they'll become familiar with me. I gotta wait for all that to happen. Becoming aware and familiar. And then I'll be trusted. Trust me. I wish there was a way to... What I need to do is rig this to where only subscribers can watch. You can do that with your streams. You can make it so only subscribers can watch. That way people are forced to subscribe if they want to watch. They're not just looky-loos. There are a lot of looky-loos. People who just pop in and then disappear. They act like flies. They just land and then take off. Land and then take off. I want people who will converse. I need some conversers. Converse. Yeah, conversing. I think it's time to light a candle. It wouldn't hurt to light a candle. As long as my thumb's not there. As long as my thumb isn't there. Oh, the fan is on. That's what it is. Can't have a fan on. Oh, that kind of hurt. That hurt. That really hurt. Remember that video? His brother bit him. He goes, ow, that really hurt. I think the Chick-fil-A girl is pretty popular now. She looks like an interesting person. An interesting person. My phone is making those buzz noises. Somebody is trying to get through. Some streams I've seen are hundreds of people. Hundreds. And I think I have a long way to go. So again, if you're watching, you're probably meant to watch. You're probably meant to watch. What I need to do is get a list of people who have paid. That's what I need to do. Get a list, make a list of people who have paid. But then it's kind of hard to tell people not to watch. I don't want people getting free advice. That just wouldn't be fair to me. It wouldn't be fair to me to give away free advice. Success, 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 wealth, success. They say those are two words to say. If you want to be wealthy and successful, just keep saying wealth, success. Some people want to be private though. I need to probably work on that. If somebody wants a private consultation, as opposed to just being on a live stream with me, private consultations. Because some people do want to be under the radar. They don't want to have any, they just want advice or guidance, but they don't want everyone to know. Like when a psychotherapist goes to therapy, when a psychotherapist goes to a psychiatric ward, something is seriously wrong when that happens. Sometimes you do see psychotherapists in a psychiatric ward. Because, man, listening to all these problems all the day long, listening to problems, listening to people with serious issues all day long, I think that would weigh on you after a while. Well, I'm here. That's what I can. I put out the word to be a magical tutor. I put out the word. All I have to do is wait for it to hopefully not come back void. So who's with me right now? Coco came in. It was nice enough to tell me about her crisps, her very spicy crisps. And I hope she used the sugar trick, because that will probably help. Because, yeah, you get that oil from the jalapenos. So I got 2 people watching. Hopefully more people would. It's only been 18 minutes. I can't hope for much. If they subscribe, they will know. If they subscribe. Yeah, if they subscribe, they will know that I am live right now. I really like citrine. Citrine is a good, it doesn't need to be charged or cleared. That's what I hear about citrine. It doesn't need to be cleared. It's self-clearing. And it's the merchant stone. Maybe it's a wise stone to be holding right now. I'm holding my piece of citrine. And I'm gazing at my sigil. It is a combination. I don't think people are doing this. I think I've invented this. It's a number 8 in red. A red number 8 and an infinity sign in green. Red is for, money and good fortune, luck and good fortune. The red, and then the number 8 in China is a prosperity number. And then the infinity sign in green. It's like infinite money. I'm just gazing on it. gazing upon it. And it's going to work, I'm sure. You just have to have that law of assumption. Go in with the mindset of your spell working. When you gather all the herbs, the candles, the implements, and cleanse them and consecrate them, go in with the mindset of you getting your intention completed, you know. The wish fulfilled, as Neville Goddard says, the wish fulfilled. Assume the law of assumption. Assume that it's. Then you won't even have to cast spells after a while. You'll just see something that needs changing, and you'll already know that you're going to get what you want. And it's that quantum leap. You're just making a quantum leap into your new reality. And if you like what I'm doing, pay $5. If you like what I'm doing, pay $5. It's not much to ask. It's nice to get paid when you do the work. When you do the work, it's nice to get paid. People don't like it when they don't get paid. So, sew a needle pulling thread. I think people will look back on this. People look back on these. I think everything I'm doing means something. Everything I'm doing means something. You could look back on the first stream that I've done, the first video I've done, and probably find some meaning in it. Everything I do that's going to be a new mantra. Everything I do has meaning. Everything I do was for a reason. Somebody somewhere will see. Somebody somewhere will see this video and benefit. Someone somewhere, same bat time, same bat channel, somebody somewhere will see and benefit from this live stream, even though I had one like. I guess if you sit out long enough, if you expose yourself long enough to the public, you're going to get some answers. You're going to get some responses. If you do it long enough. In the words of Heinrich Himmler, you say something long enough and loud enough, it becomes true. So maybe if I do this long enough and loud enough, I'll start seeing some results. I know people are clicking on. Somebody's looking at me right now. Somebody's looking right now. I think that's what it is. It's that patience factor. We live in a world where everything is instant. We put in our order and we get it in a few minutes, depending on how many people are in the room, depending on how many people are waiting. We eventually get our order. Sometimes it's a matter of what we order. If your order it takes more work, you're going to have to wait. Because you're talking lifetimes. You're talking lifetimes of programming, facts that are just hammered into your head. And again, you have to take your mind off of what your mind was on for so long. Take your mind off of how am I going to make it? Am I well? Because first is the thought, and then the thought energy. We're expending thought energy all day, every day. And our thought energy is empowering the wrong stuff. We expend thought energy all the time, all day long. Even when we're sleeping, energy never dies. It was never created. It will never be destroyed. And that's what I'm here to teach. I'm here to teach people to forget everything. Forget everything you thought you knew everything you thought was real, forget all that. Everything you did, everything that was done to you, forget it all. Because it's only blocking you. It's blocking your chakras. It's blocking your thought process. Your thought process should just be cause and effect. That's all it should be. You're causing something by thinking about it, and then you just watch the effect. But if you're thinking about what you're worried about, you're causing what you're worried about. I keep saying that. You know what? I think people need to get that. Stop thinking about the gas prices. Stop thinking about the cost of groceries. Because again, it's the end result. It's just the end result. You're looking at the food you're about to eat. Focus on the end result. What is the end result? That's magic, basically. Your magic happens faster when you bypass. When you bypass, you are making a quantum leap. You are no longer creating what you were creating. And that's the way to bypass. Living in the wish fulfilled is the vehicle to your end result. It takes you through the unknown. If you're dealing with the unknown, just think of your end result and you'll bypass the unknown. Because you don't have to know how the light comes on, you just flip the switch. You don't have to know how your hand moves, you just have to move your hand. Move your hand. Go ahead, try it. Move your hand. If you're wearing a ring, take the ring off of your finger. The how is already established. The how is already established. You just think of, like when you want to go to Arby's, you want to go to the corner store. You don't think about how you're going to get to the corner store. You just go to the corner store. And that's how magic works. All that other stuff is just obstacles. It's all obstacles. The herbs, the time of day, what wand you select, all that stuff. It's just stuff that assures your outcome. So your altar, how your altar is arranged, do you have your athame on the right part of your altar? Do you have your feather? Do you have your wand? Have you selected the right wand? A lot of times, candles, stuff like that, what matters is that you have a clear intention of your end result. You have your clear intention and your end result is already, you have a clear image of your end result. And then you bypass all that. I used to be into that for the longest time. Oh, I've got to get some tin. I've got to get some tin because it's a Jupiter metal. I can't write the seal or sigil unless I have tin or unless I have a blue pen, That only helps, that only enhances you achieving your end result. It's just like falling. Falling, it happens all by itself when you fall. You're already falling, There's no how am I going to fall? Where am I going to land? How will I look when I fall? It's that. When you pick up a noodle and throw it against the wall and it sticks, think of magic that way. I already know my intention. I already know. But then the patience, because you might be jumping into a different timeline. Now that you've made your decision to change your outcome, you're stepping into a different timeline, a different paradigm, a different universe. And now you just have to wait for that end result to manifest. The less you think about it, the quicker it happens. I've developed a technique to stop thinking. I believe the subconscious mind does respond to the word stop. So if you just say stop, 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 and just see how long it takes for your thoughts to stop. Stop, 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 and have a little humor about it. Stop, stop. It's like when your cat, your cat keeps scratching you and you just say, stop, stop it. And then your cat kind of calms down. Stop, quit it. You're doing the same thing to your thoughts. And then I think you'll be a master a lot faster. I say a lot of rhymes. You'll be a master a lot faster once you stop your thoughts. Quiet the monkey mind. Mind is just a guidance system, it seems. Because a lot of things is drop mind. They tell you drop mind. Stop, drop, stop, drop. Say chants like that, mantras. Or just chant stop, stop, stop. And then time yourself. How long does it take for you to have no thoughts? And then go from thought to feeling. Feel how you want to feel. Don't be affected by this input. Don't be affected by all that input. Stop, stop, stop. And then time yourself, because it'll happen quicker each time you use the technique, each time you apply the technique. Your thoughts will stop. You're actually speaking to your thoughts, making them stop. And then once that happens, you'll be able to direct your mental energy towards your end result. Study Neville Goddard. He knows quite a bit about the human imagination, He goes as far as to say that God is the human imagination. Everything that exists was imagined. Everything that exists was a thought. Every action was a thought. Every result was a thought. So it's a matter of bypassing. If you see a problem arise, even the Count of Saint Germain, if you read the Golden Book of Saint Germain, the Golden Book of Saint Germain, it is an audiobook. It's an audiobook. If you go to my channel and click on community, go to my channel and click on community and scroll down, you have to scroll for a while, and you'll see the Golden Book of Saint Germain. And in that audiobook, he talks about if you see a problem, say, don't pay it mind. If you see a problem, don't pay it mind. Because then you strengthen it. You strengthen it, and then it becomes a thought form, etc. So yeah, these one-on-one consultations, I could probably make that happen. When you donate, I'll be able to get your email. When you donate through PayPal, I can get your email, and then you can email me a contact number. But it might take a while because I don't know how many people are going to actually ask for a consultation. I guess that's what I can promote right now is phone consultations. I have to find out what that fee will be for 1 hour. I think you can accomplish a lot in an hour. Make it profitable. Because of the time zones, we have to consider the time zones. Because I might be up at 2 o'clock in the morning talking to somebody in Australia. I might be up at 5 o'clock in the afternoon talking to somebody in the UK. So yeah, the time zones we'll have to consider. and how many people are ahead of you. It'll be in the order in which they were received. That's how we could probably work that out if you want a phone consultation. But first you got to trust me. You got to trust me. Then, and first of all, you're aware of me now. Then you got to kind of trust me. And then we'll work with all that out. Because I think it would work, it'd be more dynamic when other people, but then again, if you do it right here, you'll be helping other people, because they might have the same question you do. They might need the same guidance you do. And I do channel. I don't call it channeling, I just call it relaying. I relay things that I get from Spirit. I just relay. It's not a full-on channeling. It depends on how I feel that day, I suppose. Am I really up for a channeling? So yeah, I think the main thing we need to focus on is us. Because I used to think magic was all about contacting entities. I thought magic was all about not only contacting entities, but having them help you magically. Sometimes you do, in a spell, you need help from other forces. You're using the higher to affect the lower, as they say in the Kabbalion. That whole thing. But sometimes it's just getting out of your own way, forgetting everything that you used to know. Because what are facts based on, really? All these facts, we have to kind of wash away all the facts. All these facts that we thought we knew. Because the universe isn't separate. The universe is all together. We are one, you know, universally speaking. And it's just the end result, you know. How are we going to achieve and then clearly define your end result. Clearly define your end result. And then once you bypass everything, I think that's what magic arts are for, is to bypass where you are now and where you'd like to be. You'll be a more effective magician because all that other stuff will be cleared away. All that other clutter, and it's basically clutter. I can't do the ritual because I don't have a purple candle. I can't do the ritual because I don't have the right wand. So to bypass all that, think of your wish fulfilled. Again, that's a Neville Goddard concept. Think of your wish fulfilled. I'm already receiving donations. I'm already teaching people and having fun doing it. I like what I do and I do what I like. That's a good chant. I like what I do and I do what I like. I like what I do and I do what I like. Everything always works out for me. I always land on my feet. That's another one. I always land on my feet. I always land on my feet. I have everything I need all the time. I have everything I need all the time. See, if we just start swapping out our programming with some reprogramming. Get an upgrade. Give your mind an upgrade. You don't have to work all day, every day just to get your little bit of money. You don't have to work all day, every day just to barely make it. Because there are ways around that, you know. That's a good magical way of thinking. There are ways around that. There are more than one ways to skin a cat. And the cat isn't going to like either way. Fairies like loopholes. Have you ever studied fairy or the fae? Ever study the fae? They like loopholes. And that's what we need to look for, is the loopholes in life. What are the loopholes? You know, because it'll get you to where you need to be when you think magically. It'll get you where you need to be if you think magically, you know. So what are the loopholes? You know, you don't really have to work all day, every day, just to get your daily bread. Because we're asking God in the Lord's Prayer, give us this day our daily bread. And then ask, and it shall be given unto you. That's all the work we need to do. If you follow the Neville Goddard, I keep bringing up Neville Goddard, but once you get the concept of magic, it'll be much easier. It'll be much, much easier, the concept. Because it's in conformity with the will, to conform with the will. That's what magic is, a definition. Aleister Crowley's definition of magic. Because then again, you don't have to have all that clutter. Forget everything. Forget everything that you ever knew or thought you knew. You have to do this to get that. Sometimes the universe will just give stuff to you. You didn't have to work so hard. You didn't have to compromise your happiness. You'll just, and then you have that attitude. You have that attitude. I am thankful and grateful. I am both thankful and grateful. Yeah, Jake Busey uses that in his hypnotic reprogramming. I am both thankful and grateful that I have what I need all the time. I always get what I need. I always get what I want. I always. Those are some, it's how you word things too. Words have much power. You're taking power and you're shaping it with words. I always. I'm your magical tutor. If you accept me, this mission, you know, and I choose to accept it. And then you can get into more things that change your life. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's what we're doing. We're renewing our mind. Forgetting how things happen. That's what we're trapped in. We're trapped in how. How do I build a log cabin? I want a log cabin. How do I build a log cabin? How do we get all the money? The cart follows the horse. Isn't that a Buddha phrase? The cart follows the horse. Don't be punished by your thoughts. We'll not be punished for our thoughts. We'll be punished by our thoughts. So don't be punished by your thoughts. Get your thoughts in order. Start with a clean slate every morning. Just every morning, clear out what's on your mind, because that's clutter. That's mental clutter. Blow away all the mental clutter. Then once you go past all the mental clutter, you can just get a clear vision. Get a clear vision of what you want. Then your magic will happen so fast. Your magic will happen so fast. Like every morning while you're driving to work, clear out all that mental clutter. Forget everything. And then you make that quantum leap into your new reality, because you'll begin creating your new reality. We already know how to create. We've been creating, we're just creating the wrong stuff. Let me know if, in the comments if this has helped you. Because I know I've just been, I just hear my voice. Uh, uh. But it's the voice in your head that matters. Your self-talk. Stop, stop, stop. If you start to feel overwhelmed or anxious or depressed or worried, stop, stop. Clear out all that mind clutter. Clear out all the mind clutter. Once your mind is clear, assume that everything is going to go well. Assume that your pizza will get here. Assume that your delicious Arby's sandwich will be there. And then just watch it happen. Then you will realize how powerful you really are. How powerful you really are. You don't need to bother a spirit. You don't need to bother an entity. Clear out all your mind clutter. Start to breathe. Use the stop method. Stop, stop, until you have no thoughts. Clear out all your mind clutter. Because you already know how to create. It's just your intention. What is your intention? Like when you see somebody running at you, stop! Stop! You can say it that way, stop! Arresto momentum. You're stopping momentum. Arresto momentum. I think once we intuitively, and we do have intuition, we do have the ability to get spiritual images. I get it once in a while. I'll see when the Fae come by, I start to see in my mind's eye. When the Fae come by, I see in my mind's eye. When they start to manifest, they come into this world from their world. And I think meditation is very important. It's very easy to do, very easy to meditate. Just find something, just stare off in the distance and let your mind go blank. Blow away all that mind clutter. It's just mind clutter. That's what it all comes down to. Mind clutter. Get rid of your mind clutter. Sit quietly until you feel no vibrations. Think about what you want. Don't judge it whether it's possible or impossible. Do not judge it. Think about what you really want. Don't judge whether it's possible or impossible. Sit there for a few minutes, quietly again, and then just assume that it's materializing. How do we have anything, How do I have this ball in my hand, Do we really know how it got here? Do we really know? All I know is that I went on eBay, they packaged it and sent it to me, and I got it. As far as I know, that's how I got this. I wanted it, I saw it, I knew it existed, and here it is. I'm holding it in my hand. I saw it, I wanted it, and now I'm holding it in my hand. Okay, now, what's so hard about that? You don't know it exists until you see it. And that's ajna. The word, I think it's a Hindi word, ajna. It means to command. That's what they call this, your Ajna chakra. Your Ajna chakra. It's your command chakra. And you don't know something exists until you see it. You don't know that there's a problem until you see it. You don't know that there's something to worry about until you see it. And you're looking at things with all three of your eyes. Your command chakra and your left and right eye, you know. So you see something with, you're commanding it. It's like the observer effect, you know. You're the observer and the molecules are responding, or the particles? Yeah, the particles are responding to you the viewer, you the observer. You the observer are creating, because the the particles are responding. I mean, that's science, you know, the way science believes it happens, you know, the way science says it happens. Because we don't believe anything anymore. We don't believe anything anymore. It all has to be proven scientifically. We don't just believe anymore. Everything must be proven scientifically. Studies show that an elephant has 2 ears. Studies show that we don't have to put masks on anymore because we've got this thing whipped, you know. Studies show. I think what we have to do is bypass the how. Bypass how it's going to happen. Like, oh, in a lab, they studied this disease, and now they know the cure for this disease, you know. But then there's the placebo effect. How do they know that they're not just, if you're out in the woods and you have a cut, it's going to heal, you know, because it magically heals. The doctor, all he does is sew it up, or all she does is sew it up, and it heals. Because we've bypassed the how. I think miracles happen when you bypass the how. If I let go of this, how does it end up in my other hand? How? I don't know how. I don't know how it happens. I just let go of it and it falls into my other hand. I don't know how that happens. Why doesn't it go sideways? Why doesn't it float up like a balloon? We just assume that that's what's going to happen. And I think that's the power of our mind. We all collectively believe that if I let go of this ball, it's going to drop into my hand. If I let go of this ball, it's going to drop into my hand. We all assume that that's what's going to happen. And I think that's how we bypass all these other things that get in the way of our end result. The end result is in this hand now. That's the end result. Let go of how. How does the sun come up? We all think we know how the sun comes up. We all think we know how rain comes from the sky. We think we know, like the Insane Clown Posse. Do you believe the Miracle Song? Listen to the Miracle Song by Insane Clown Posse. That kind of opens me up magically. Do you notice and recognize miracles? Motherfucking magnets, how do they work? You know, it's like, I think that's what it is this universal consciousness, collective consciousness, the collective consciousness. We all assume that this is a solid object. We all assume that if I stare at this sigil long enough, that I'm going to get my end result. It's like, that's our how. This is our how. If I stare at this sigil long enough, I'm going to get my end result. I'm going to have tons of money. I'm going to have tons of money if I stare at this sigil. If I watch this sigil, if I look at this sigil, and just forget everything else. If I look at this sigil, I'm going to get tons of money. And I think that's what it is. You're bypassing all that mental clutter, and the universe is responding to your ajna, your command, your command. So isn't that by definition magic? Isn't that by definition magic? The universe is conforming to your will because you have the ability to command. Just by looking at things, you're commanding your reality. Because the way it was described is we are God having an experience. We are God in action. The Golden Book of Saint Germain describes it as we are God in action. When I'm moving my mouth, I'm God in action. When I move my hand, I'm God in action. So if you're God in action, what's so hard about it? What's so hard about it? Making your manifestation, making your life change by not going out and doing things that are self-destructive, that are destructive to others. Because damage just catches up to you. You throw curses around. It's only a matter of time before you are the recipient of a curse. If you go throw bad luck for people, it's only a matter of time before you start experiencing bad luck. Because the universe just mirrors you. That's all it does. It agrees with you, and then it confirms. You're giving a command. You're giving a command. By looking out the window, you're giving a command that you see that tree, that you see that sky, that you see maybe that bird that will land out there. You're giving a command as soon as, and it happens that fast. It happens that fast, baby. It happens that fast because you're not obstructed, you know. And I think that's what Ganesha is teaching me, you know. We create obstacles, that's why we have them. We create obstacles, that's why we have them. And learn from Shiva, you know. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. And then meditate on his experience, you know. He opened his third eye. He opened his eyes and the universe was created. Something like that. Brahman, Vishnu, and Shiva. These teachings go far, far, far back, you know. They predate a lot of other religions. There's some truth to everything. You know, that's the Hermetic principle of duality. All truths are half-truths. Nothing is absolute. So yeah, I think we all need magical tutors. We're all on this path of magic and we get caught up. We get so caught up in, did I draw this pentacle right? Did I draw this the right way? You know, did I use the right color? And it should reside with you. It should reside with you or resonate with you. If yes, this was drawn the right way. I don't have to go ask 10 people. I don't have to ask a Wiccan high priestess, did I draw this pentacle right? You know, it depends on the intention. The intention, it's blue, okay? It was written, it was drawn with the intention of the blazing blue pentagram, you know, to banish, you know. My intention was to pick up a blue pen, a blue Sharpie, and draw out the pentagram with the intention of banishing, so that I would have a physical evidence of what I've done. So this is banishing right now. I did it right, you know. Just check it off the list. And then you overcome the doubt of your work. your craft. You overcome the doubt of your craft. Do not doubt your craft. So I guess these are going to be lectures, or I don't know. I'll call myself your magical tutor. Because sometimes we do get hung up on things. I did this and it didn't work. Did it really not work? Or do you just need to give it more time? Do you just need to stop thinking about it? Or I did this spell and I got this result. Well then, correct your result, because you probably did something, you did everything right, but, that's why I think it's good just to sit in a chair or stand out in the yard and focus on your intention. That way it's pure intent. I think magic works better if it's pure intent. Just pure, work on your pure, first of all, mind clutter, get rid of that. Get rid of all your mind clutter, all your contrary thoughts, all your thoughts to the contrary. And after you get rid of all your mind clutter and your thoughts to the contrary, just think of the end result. It'll, bam, you'll see it happen. Boom. Boom, bang, boom. Magic does work, but sometimes the craft gets in the way. Sometimes the craft gets in the way. What if you run out of rosemary, and you still want to do your spell? Well, maybe put it on hold, because rosemary is what puts power behind your spell, Rosemary or cloves or nutmeg, But all the while, think of your end result, get a clear definition of your end result, and go in with the mindset that I'm going to get my end result. You're projecting it onto the screen. You're projecting it onto the screen of the universe, and it's happening, this 3D world. I think that's enough for now. It's been an hour. You got your hour's worth. So, again, I think it'd be nicer if people would chat with me and ask me some questions. Maybe you got your answers already. $5, please. $5, please. Have a great day.